It has been 19 years since the shocking events of September 11, 2001 occurred in New York City, Washington, D.C., and Stoystown, Pennsylvania. Citizens of the United States have spent nearly 2 decades mourning the tragic loss of nearly 3,000 Americans to a foreign terrorist attack. Later that evening, President George W. Bush addressed the nation on television. He assured frightened Americans that the country was strong and would not be defeated by terrorists. Toward the conclusion of his address, President Bush said, "This is a day when all Americans from every walk of life unite in our resolve for justice and peace. America has stood down enemies before, and we will do so this time." Now, in 2020, it has become commonplace to see news reports of the deaths of thousands of Americans due to COVID-19. Between January 21st and September 9th, the CDC has reported 6,310,663 total known cases and 189,147 confirmed deaths in the U.S. alone. The pandemic has been ongoing for less than 8 months. The rate of transmission of this novel virus and the mortality rate is astounding and appalling. Nearly 1,000 Americans are dying every day. Meanwhile, President Donald Trump has offered the nation no assurances and has downplayed the severity of this illness from the beginning. In an Axios interview broadcast by HBO in August with reporter Jonathan Swan, President Trump said, "They are dying. That's true. And it is what it is." Watching video of the interview, you can even catch Trump rolling his eyes just before he says it, displaying a complete lack of empathy toward the citizens he has sworn to serve and a callous disregard for American lives. We now know that Trump's attempts to downplay COVID-19 is deliberate and insidious. In a recently revealed interview with journalist Bob Woodward, Trump discussed a conversation that he had had with President Xi Jinping of China, comparing the novel coronavirus to the annual flu season. On February 7th, Trump told Woodward, "This is more deadly. This is 5% versus 1%, and less than 1%. So this is deadly stuff." In a subsequent interview with Woodward on March 19th, Trump admitted, "I wanted to always play it down. I still like playing it down because I don't want to create a panic." This was in advance of Woodward's soon-to-be-released book, Rage. These audio-taped interview clips have now been played by CNN. President Bill Clinton established the National Pharmaceutical Stockpile in order to prepare for the emergency care of civilians in case of a mass, potentially national health crisis. President George W. Bush expanded upon the program and renamed it the Strategic National Stockpile. President Barack Obama created a pandemic response team to provide additional preparation, all of which Trump swiftly dismantled, and then it was only a short matter of time before the global pandemic hit home and the United States confirmed its first case of COVID-19, which would quickly spread and become out of control. Within the past few decades, we not only have watched President Clinton offer condolences and comfort to the nation when facing domestic terrorism in Oklahoma City, but we have watched President Bush so following foreign terrorism. We've watched President Obama do so when facing the growing epidemic of school shootings. President Trump fails to do any of this. The Obama-Biden administration saw the threat of 2 foreign-born illnesses which could have led to a nationwide pandemic, Ebola and H1N1. Both were quickly contained. Most Americans did not suffer risk, illness, or loss. Now, during the current pandemic, we are watching the normalization of every American living in risk, many fearing for their own lives or the lives of their loved ones. Americans mourned the loss of nearly 3,000 of their fellow citizens from the September 11 attacks for 18 years. Now, on the 19th anniversary, will we have grown numb to that sense of mourning those deaths too? This year has changed us as a society, and not for the better.